Coming from medical school in New York City, I have to say that I really appreciate the amount of space you can have as someone who lives here on a resident salary. It's really, really nice to be able to have a much nicer quality of life.
So we're in Patapsco, a massive state park with tons of hiking trails, biking trails. It's just a 20-minute drive and you're in this beautiful area. Spring, summer, fall, I never get sick of coming here. It's my go-to place. I try and come here every weekend if I can.
Something that I love about our residency training program is that they really support you in becoming a successful surgeon, however you choose to define it.
I definitely felt supported when I was pregnant. I was able to have the conversation with all of my faculty who supported me, gave me advice. At one point, I remember getting dizzy during one of the cases and I had to sit down and stop, and I was the only assist. And my attending understood, and he actually made sure the nurses would bring me water and have me sit down, and it was very supportive of him.
One really important part of why I was excited about coming to the Hopkins Maryland program is the fact that it's both Hopkins and Maryland. At Hopkins downtown, we get exposed to these really complex reconstructive needs, and at the same time, we get shock trauma at Maryland. I think that there is nowhere in the country that exposes you to the kind of reconstruction that you get exposed to at shock trauma.
Well, you know, I think there are a lot of good plastic surgery training programs right now. I think we have a great training program, and one of the things that I really appreciate as someone who trained here and someone who's currently faculty here is that several of the residents I've mentored have been hired back as faculty. And it's to the point with me that I will even go to my previous mentees and ask them for advice on patient care. And when that happens, you know you've done a great job.
So during our first year, we're typically assigned a mentor that we can meet and go over our overall year and also our goals for the rest of residency. But you know, as you start to meet all the faculty, that can change and it's very flexible. And my mentor is Dr. Broderick. And every time that we're in the operating room, we're always brainstorming and we're always working together. She really pushes me to think beyond, think as if I were a first year attending, and to really take her patient as my own.
So actually one of the best things about my job is my ability to help mentor our trainees. They keep me curious as a clinician and as a researcher. I think there's something about keeping a little bit of wonder in your practice, and they really just keep us thinking about how to really make this best, and is there a new way we can do it that is better for patients, easier for surgeons, less expensive, and more modern. And the residents are the ones that have those ideas.
The variety of opportunity here is limitless, and I think what that really allows for is a very collaborative space where you have the opportunity as a resident to work on multidisciplinary teams with some of the most impressive researchers in the world, in the country.
Maryland and Hopkins has had a joint residency program since 1989, so this is our 31st year. And what it ensures is that we have the most diverse and the strongest program, because every single interesting plastic surgery case in the city and surrounding region is done by one of our faculty with one of our residents.
The VA rotation is a fantastic rotation for the residents. It's a great experience, both operatively and in terms of getting to work with our veteran population.
Every year for our 3 or 4 integrated residency positions, we receive about 220 applications from all across the U.S. and even all across the world. All of these applications get read with the intent of not just how do we find the best people, but how do we find people who will bring new and different and diverse perspectives, prior experiences to our program. People come to us literally from all over the world to seek care. As a result of that, the patients we care for are very diverse in where they come from, their economic backgrounds, the languages they speak. Shouldn't we be training a workforce that mirrors that patient population that we're serving? And my answer to that is a very simple yes.
Getting to see the full breadth of plastic surgery is certainly an incredible opportunity. Not only just seeing the breadth, but also at the highest levels of expertise. We really get the best training with the locations and the people that we work with. It's incredibly important to build solid professional relationships, and that's one of the benefits of coming to this program also, working with world-class colleagues in a world-class institution, developing these relationships for hopefully the lifetime of our careers.
Yeah, I love the residence here, and I gotta say it's one of the biggest reasons that I chose to come here.
Everyone's unique, everyone has their own personality, everyone brings something to the table.
Spend a lot of time at the hospital and in clinics, and these are people that I enjoy spending my time with and learning from. And I think that's also what makes this program feel like a family.
We really leave our mark. I truly believe that our alumni network is unparalleled. I think that the Hopkins Maryland program is the perfect program for someone who wants to be both really driven and ambitious and also really happy.
If you want to be a successful plastic surgeon and prepared for absolutely anything that walks through the door, this is an outstanding program.
Well, you should come to Johns Hopkins if you want to be an amazing surgeon, if you want interesting cases, and if you want to be with an amazing group of residents.
The residency program gives you the opportunity to figure out what you want to be and who you want to be and what success looks like to you, and gives you the opportunity and the support to really make that come to fruition.